be interesting. In Michael Stevens of Vsauce's brilliant TEDx talk, he asked the question, why do we ask questions? Now, this question doesn't really have an answer, it's a silly question, but he says that's not really the point. The point is to draw people in with an interesting question, get them curious, and once they're there, accidentally teach them a whole bunch of things about the universe. I believe the same concept can be applied with humor. So teaching is daunting, obviously, but humor can be a good method of holding attention and engaging your audience in what you're saying, laughing, etc. But what does it mean to be interesting? Well, first off, being interesting involves circumstances revolving around what the audience perceives about your topic and what's around them. Like, distractions is another thing that they perceive. So distractions come in many shapes and sizes and determine or deter your audience from your topic. But through humor, holding attention can be a lot easier than you think it is. So through the magic of humor, I hope that I can remain interesting enough for the next 4 minutes to teach you a little bit about the universe. So in the scientific community, attention spans are generally considered to be myths. But that doesn't stop the problem of you have to be interesting. In Daniel Smith's article, The Importance and Challenges of Being Interesting, he states that interesting ideas often elicit strong, visceral, and emotional reactions in people. For example, what if I told you that 3 weeks after conception, a baby's heart starts to beat? I didn't even have to bring up the concept of abortion or anything like that to probably elicit a strong emotional reaction in you because it's such a hot topic. Now, what if I followed it up by telling you that ducks have giant foot-long corkscrew penises and engage in gang rape? I'm not going to cite that because I encourage you to look it up on your own because I'm not kidding. But hopefully that elicited a strong emotional reaction. Yeah. So, then the question comes up, distractions. How can you elicit a strong emotional reaction? People aren't even paying attention to what you're saying. We all know what distractions are. We have our phones, and we have random noises in the room, and our own thoughts. And so much as something of the temperature of the room just completely drawing you away. We've all been too hot before, where you can't even pay attention to what the professor's saying. Speaking of which, it's getting really hot in here. I'll take this off. So, keeping attention is difficult. So in a world full of distractions, humor is universally a method of holding attention. The goal of teaching is to create crystallized memory. As David Brooks states, this is the kind able to be accessed and used later in life. The ability to hold attention and thus create crystallized memory is being interesting, the easiest method of which is being humor. For an example, you've all seen these slippery when wet signs. My calculus professor turned this into beware of double integrals. And my ex-biology teacher back in high school said this, for Kingdom Phylum, blah, blah, blah. King Philip came over for good spaghetti. Well, he decided to switch this out for something that high schoolers might also be a little bit more interested in. So if the calc professor can make a math joke, you can apply humor to whatever your topic is. So in conclusion, getting people to learn is easy if you can make them laugh. So to be interesting, you have to elicit strong emotional reactions in people. And distraction can make speaking hard. But with humor, teaching can be easy. So though 4 minutes is not long enough to teach you about the psychology of being interesting, I hope that I gave you some tools to help you with your speeches in the future, or at least get a few good laughs.